At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
Get ultra strong for your South Pole. Charmin keeps your undies wetter than the North Pole. A shiny hiney, a brand new year.
Well, now I'm going to drink this because I'm an asshole.
Hi, everyone. They can see us and hear us.
Hi everyone, welcome to tonight's session of Dungeons & Dragons with Dyson Dynamics. I am your host, Fish. I have with me a lovely crew. Muty could not join us because Muty worked a lot of hours, and also Muty's, sick from Christmas stuff. So it'll be just us. Welcome to tonight's session of Romance and Renegades. The heroes find themselves at Fort Belurian, because that's how you pronounce it. And they are currently moved within the gates, the rest of the fort having been opened up to them after they were given a brief sort of security check. It's hot. It's still raining. There's the flooring is wet, but you can see wooden planks kind of set into the mud to, prevent people from getting mud all over themselves. There's the smell of fresh bread.
Fish disappeared.
Yeah, I think we lost Fish.
Died.
Please, I'll put your hand up for a moment of silence for Fish.
F in the chat.
Put F's in the chat.
Press F for...
Just everybody put one F in the chat, please. Just one F.
Okay, there we go. Fish is back, I think.
I don't
So,
see
the
Fish
boards
yet.
that are sunken into the ground and the way that the sort of ground looks like it's basically turning to mud and sludge and stuff like that. Does it look like these are like structural in any way, or is it literally just for the purposes of like keeping people's boots clean?
It's literally just for the purpose of keeping boots clean.
Okay.
The buildings themselves are really structurally sound. The wooden planks seem kind of like a practical solution to a constant problem.
Okay. Cool.
And everything is very Baldur's Gate. The structure, the way the palisades and everything is set up, the wood even seems imported at some points. Everything's stonework in very non-Port Nyanzaru kind of ways. And the guards are all, very obviously Lord's Alliance, Flaming Fist. There's people bringing in, goods, urns, necklaces, jewelry from what might be some of the deeper parts of Chult. What are you guys doing?
So hold on, real quick. We are retconning from the last episode.
Oh, yeah.
Just because we kind of ended it really quickly and just jumped into a conversation. Instead, what we're doing is retconning to exploration, essentially. So that's why we're still outside the gate instead of talking to someone.
For anyone paying that close attention.
People probably are.
Someone is.
All right. So, are we being
Making
are we being led in?
Not by somebody, but by the flow of traffic and the guard who went over the security brief. The security brief being a pat down, a question of are you here to cause harm? No? Okay, get in.
No, we saw that.
I know.
All right, and as we sort of cross the threshold into the fort, I'm gonna look at stop for a moment and look and watch what the crew of the Brazen Pegasus does as they sort of flow into the fort, just to get a sense of where the foot traffic of new entrants might go.
There we go.
So as the crew of the Brazen Pegasus steps in, you see Charlton. The guards like kind of step forward, about to peek in through the wagon and the carts and stuff, and Charlton just kind of holds up a piece of paper, doesn't look the guard in the eye, and they're welcomed on through. They all keep close to the cart as they shuffle forward into the brightly decorated, bizarre, like, marketplace area, where they start conversing with one of the Chultan workers there.
Are we going past all the bazaars? All the shops?
The shops are, like, positioned right outside the gate, so you're still, like, right here, if you guys can see it.
Yeah, I have it set up. Okay, then I'll wait before I do anything.
Well, I smell fresh baked. Say that 5 times fast. Fresh baked bread. Do you all want to go get some proper freaking food?
Yes, certainly.
Desperately.
Yes. The crew of the Brazen Pegasus has respect for their chef, but their chef doesn't necessarily have respect for their stomach sensibilities.
I can still taste the dinner.
Please don't mention it. Please just don't.
So I will do my best to follow the smell of the fresh baked bread and see where it's coming from, see if there's a decent place to eat in sort of the little marketplace.
Sounds nice. You guys can feel free to move your tokens as I find where that is.
They're over here. Oh god. Can we make them bigger so they equal the square?
No,
like this is the
really
size
big.
of like the actual shit.
Oh really? Oh, so each square is 10?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's a big map.
I know. Well,
You can
I
zoom
remember.
in.
I know. Remember, I'm trying to work with what I have for the stream too. Right.
Enhance.
Yeah, enhance. All right.
Zoom.
So the baked bread isn't coming from the bazaar. The food that's being served out of the hut area with the chimney, it seems a few days stale. It's very, again, Baldur's Gate food. It's more like expensive rations than food itself. Any fresh cooked food that you could smell seems to be coming from right over here. But while civilians and are gathering around the bazaar, you only see Flaming Fist coming in and out of the stone buildings over here.
Okay. So,
Should we go take a look, or do we want to stay with the fancy rations?
this is still hardtack.
Hmm?
And I'm not eating any more hardtack.
Well, I say we go take a look at what the inhabitants here get up to eating. Seems like they know the places to go.
Works for me. We will make our way to wherever you pointed to, which I think is over here.
Yep. So as you guys filter through, your clothes ragged, sweaty, still really haggard from the trip, you shamble over towards the store. It seems to be in the middle of transitioning from a sort of general store confections area and into a more like bar kind of thing. And as you approach, a Chultan man kind of leans over the serving area and he are y'all lost?
Nope.
No, just Following our noses, something here smells quite delicious.
Fresh baked bread. This is herbs and cheese. I think I've got ciabatta. I've got, you know,
Oh yes, the ciabatta. I will take some of that.
All the sandwiches made on demand. I'm just.
Yep. We serve food your way.
Jesus Christ, I love it.
Make sure to eat fresh.
Approximately how expensive are your foot-long sandwiches?
5 silver foot long.
Jesus Christ.
I hate you guys. It depends. Do you have a commissary card?
Fucking military bastards.
I can't say that I do.
I'm afraid that this only goes to those who serve with the Lord's Alliance or dependents with the Lord's Alliance. You'll need a commissary card if you're here.
Oh,
So we'll pat around his pants for a second, see if he still has his old medallion on him. Ring, I guess it would be. He probably would have fact it, I imagine, if he found it.
Duvanif will say, I understand. Is there a place that you work with locally that sells something similar to what you serve here? Or again, it's the smell caught us the second we walked through the gate.
Nope. This is for Flaming Fist only. We give our day-old provisions over to the market.
That's what I was looking for.
What are the chances of Soul finding his old ring?
Jason, you see the chat? Okay.
What?
If you can just confirm, just so I don't have to ask, that's all.
I imagine
I
if
gotcha.
he knows, because he knew that it was the Lord's Alliance. I just didn't think of asking beforehand. Because if he knows that the Flaming Fist is like Lord's Alliance, like he probably would have been like, I should probably have this on hand just in case.
As you're patting around your gear, you kind of check your pocket, check your other pocket, you check your inside
Check his raincoat.
pocket. Yeah, you check your raincoat, and you find tucked in there your old Lord's Alliance medallion and a very outdated ID card.
Actually, he'll hold up his Lord's Alliance medallion. I think this'll do. Possibly. He'll hand it over. It's a bit old, but it should still be good.
Well, welcome back, Captain Semper. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
Very pleased to have you here with the Drac rules, the Dragon Knights. Yeah. Please
It's been a while,
feel free.
but yes.
Are these your
My
children?
compatriots. They are my shit,
We're his wards.
What's the proper word?
Squires.
When they rely on
Bitches.
something. Shit.
Sorry.
Dependents?
Servants.
Yes, these are my dependents.
Oh, okay. Can I won't ask. Yeah, feel free. The commissary is always open
Do you
to
have your dependent ID?
Lord's Alliance and their dependents. This medallion, it's a bit outdated, but I'll ignore it this time, right?
I appreciate that.
It's an older
I'm
code,
in
so
need of-
it checks out.
Yeah. Fucking nerd. But yeah, as long as it works. He takes the medallion back and we'll get some fucking fresh baked bread.
So,
Rude.
let me figure out the card.
There was a mess hall up in Neverwinter where a captain would stand outside the door, and if you weren't wearing your goggles, he wouldn't let you in. Absolutely.
I hate you. I fucking hate you. I know the story,
what-
Jason. You're a dick.
Do I dare ask?
It's a military story that Jason just fucking sours on, and I've heard the story so many times, and he knew I was gonna flip.
I've been military joking inside like all night. So
Oh my god.
sorry, I had to go there.
I love you.
The loaf of bread, freshly baked, is going to be 6 copper.
Okay, cool. He'll hand over a
Yes,
silver
Toby,
and
me
get
and
4
Fish
copper
have
back.
brand new mics, so we're sounding a lot better now.
Go forward.
For everybody or for us? Or is that for you? Like, are we paying?
Does that like cover everybody or just me?
Yeah, how big are the loaves?
They're
A foot long?
they're definitely not a foot long. Like half a foot long.
6
I-
Oh,
inches.
6 inch. Okay.
Yes, 6 inches.
6 inches works perfectly every time.
Does it
But
come with chips and a drink?
Just fills me up, yeah.
no, the loaf of bread itself is just that. But if you want to get a meal, he points. No wait.
Do it.
So the 6-inch loaf of bread will be 6 copper. However, if you upgrade that to a silver, it does come with a drink and a side.
Well then, take back this 4 copper.
Sure, I'm gonna go with that.
I'll
I'll
drop
get the combo.
I'll get the combo as
So we'll
well.
also get the combo.
All right. That'll be 1 silver each.
NPC name sandwich artist.
How do you say this? How do you say this word again? Bellurian?
I have
Bellurian.
no clue.
Bellurian.
Billorian.
Bellurian.
It's
Eat fresh.
Bellurian.
Billorian.
Eat fresh.
Free inspiration to whoever makes a Mandalorian like edit, but with Bellurian.
It's just this map on the Mandalorian space.
That's all it is.
Don't tempt Omega, because I feel like he would.
We don't have DM powers. I can't just throw the Mandalorian on the guy on the damn screen.
Well, also, I don't want the mouse to sue us more than he already is going to.
Oh boy.
Oh boy!
So, is there any as we're in here and getting our food?
Laura's gonna kick my ass.
Grabbing my drink from the fountain or whatever, and looking around. So does it just look like general footmen and guards in here? Is there anyone of interest outside of the proverbial artist of sandwichery who gave us this bread?
Sandwich artist.
Yeah, that does remind me. Do you guys just get the like stuff? Do you guys want to spruce it up a little bit?
Do they have Sprite?
No, they only sell Pepsi products.
Fuck
God
yes.
damn
I
I'm
want
all
syrup.
good.
What's this?
Motherfucker, I'm
Syrup.
good.
Hashtag not sponsored content. All right.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, no.
So heads up, Pepsi. I'm not.
She
I'm
almost
willing
did,
to
Tovey.
bend the knee.
As since I've never been here before, I'm not going off script. I'm gonna get something that's on the menu board.
Same.
They're offering the Waterdeep cheesesteak, the
Good.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this. Hold on. I'm ready. My body is ready.
Oh, Reggie. The drow meatball.
that's good. That's good. I like it.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
the flaming fish surprise sandwich.
Thank you.
flaming
Perfect.
fish.
Inspiration mark.
Let's go.
The bacon Luskin tomato.
There you go.
You could,
The water deep fry basket.
Boo.
pick a damn sandwich, you animals.
Oh,
Paint my nails. So if the boy cries,
has he been crying or is he good?
he was crying, but it was because he had a toy stuck somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, baby.
I'll take the what did I just say?
Waterdeep.
No,
fried
the
basket.
flaming the flaming
Flaming
fish,
fish
sandwich.
surprise.
Flaming fish surprise sandwich.
We don't have any. I like the first Lord's Alliance character, actually. We've never really had one before.
We don't, I think literally after we left AL, we stopped doing anything with factions. Like,
Yeah.
straight up, because I think I had Lefty Lord's Alliance, and I had Cobalt as Order of the Gauntlet, and I did nothing with Tsunami.
No, Lefty was Harper's.
Back.
Was it?
Back-
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Back to the
Byra's
game.
was, because I couldn't fight.
Back to the game.
Back to the game.
But Lefty was, Tobias was.
So, outside of subway jokes and locale puns,
Make me a D10.
D10. D10? Okay.
Oh, that felt good.
Alright. Keep going about your business. Talk among yourselves.
So,
We'll get...
Captain Semper? Captain.
there's something we're missing here.
Technically, it's Dracul Semper, the official Dragon Knights.
technically it's
titling.
Dracul Semper, but...
We heard Captain. That's what we're going off of.
Well, most of the militaries along the Sword Coast use similar ranking structures,
Yes.
but just different names. So
Is there something you want to tell us?
I was second in command of my group. Not
And
that
what
if you must know.
and what did you do with your group?
We traveled around and did what we've been doing. I mean, travel around Chult, helping people. Also the Sword Coast as well.
Interesting.
great. Don't expect Footman Elenos to call you sir or captain or anything.
I don't plan on.
I've never been in the
I
military.
would prefer never to mention the fact that I'm a captain ever again.
Perfect.
Good. And Devoneth will stare around the room awkwardly.
As
So-
Devoneth is staring awkwardly, she sees a heavily scarred, kind of hunched, Sword Coast man tugging along. Behind him, a thoroughbred horse, shining coat, gorgeous. None of you have seen a horse since you touched down in Port Nyanzaru, and he's tugging along the beast, feeding it carrots, just being so tender, just so kind.
Fish?
No.
Okay, thank you.
I was waiting for that's my boy. Great. I don't fucking know who it is.
Every time.
It was almost. It was almost.
That's my boy. That's Muty's character. I don't fucking know.
It was from Fish's character, but okay.
I'm just guessing.
Does it look like does it look like it's so well cared for? Does it look like a war horse or like a ceremonial type war horse, or is it more of a pack animal even though it's so well cared for?
So... Oh, God, I hate this. So thoroughbreds are... Animal handling check.
Whoa.
You don't have to explain if you don't want to.
Oh my goodness. Where's my character sheet? It's open somewhere. Alright, got it. As a skill I literally never take. Yep.
That's a mighty fine horsey.
Oh, Jesus.
It's got 4 legs. It's walking on them. It looks really shiny. You didn't know that horses could eat apples. But it's eating an apple.
Huh.
It's brown with white on it. It's got like little socks.
You think the sugar in the apple would be bad for their teeth? I'll just get everyone's attention and say, it's been a while since I've seen a horse. That's fucking weird.
You know, that is true. We really haven't seen horses in Chult, have we?
Soul at this point will turn around and say, "Oh, that's unusual indeed. don't think I've really ever seen a horse on on the peninsula before. Well, actually, scratch that. Would he? Like, is this like just a thing that Lord of the Lions does sometimes because they're idiots?
What?
Have, horses.
Yeah. Based on your previous experience, horses generally don't last long in Chult. This is probably the only place they can be on Chult.
Yeah.
There's no evolution advantage. They
get eaten.
Horses are food in Chult.
Also, I imagine the roots in the jungle are very good for their, notably delicate ankles. Fucking finger legs.
But the man doesn't seem too concerned with what the group is doing. But he's just leading the horse around, maybe for a walk, judging by the way he's leading it about. As you do so, you can get a better look at his hands, of which his right hand is half gone. The thumb and forefinger completely torn off. It's just like a mess of scar tissue.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I can't help that.
Does he sort of recognize what the wound would be from?
Did the
is it
horse
an
bite
undead
his
thing,
hand?
or is it or is it a
I think that's a battle wound, but
or is it
I have to look better.
a more sort of
It's a
clean wound, not from an undead
no. It is a tumbled mess of scar tissue from being bit. Even you can see from that far.
Jesus.
And that's why you know the dinosaur you're feeding before you just try to give them food. Well then.
So it wasn't the horse?
No.
No one I ever worked with really did cavalry.
Horses are capable of eating meat. However, it's not what they tend to go for. If you piss off a horse well enough, it will bite you, and it does hurt like a motherfucker. However, actually, it probably could be capable of causing that sort of thing, but usually that's more of a...
Even I know, and I don't know horses.
Wait, Jet, you're telling me you haven't stayed 5 or 6 arms distances away from horses? Because honestly, I've always thought that if I just approach one wrong, it could kill me. Just flat out. It would trample me to death.
No, it could kill you. The kicks are deadly if you fuck them up the wrong way, but
Jet, you're shorter than me. It's more likely that they would kick you in the head. Why are you going near horses?
Because I'm not aggressive, and I can talk to them, and I like horses?
Are you saying I'm too aggressive to be around horses?
Yes. Devoneth,
oh my God, I can't believe that
you have a chance to be
boy.
an asshole once in a while. Well, more than once in a while. You have a better chance of not being an asshole.
Honestly, this makes so much sense why I ended up an archer and not cavalry.
It's very true. And what did you say, Sam? You want to say something?
I can't believe that Jet is a horse girl.
You know what? Fuck you.
Jet, horse girl confirmed.
That's fucking rude.
Is that all, or do you need anything else while you're here?
Well, aside from finishing our actual good food for the first time in 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
At this point, we need to game plan. We need to probably talk to Roka, find Shago, and figure out.
Can I take a look real quick? Because now Jet's being creepy because everybody's done it already. Can I look and see if anybody's watching us and not out of towners watching us, but suspicious behavior?
Sure. Insight check.
Let's go +5. Fuck! They were all used on Tyrion.
There does seem to be quite a few people watching the group.
Okay.
You guys stick out again as sore thumbs. None of you are in any discernible uniform. but you can't really get a gauge of whether it's like a confrontational, new people, or if it's just
Yeah.
genuine interest. But it does seem to be airing more on a genuine interest.
Okay.
Does
So-
Soul recognize? Oh, go ahead.
No.
I thought you were done.
Go ahead. I was actually going to talk to the group.
Oh, I was asking if Soul would recognize any of the people here. I'm assuming not, just because I feel like there'd be a lot of turnover. But yeah.
No, but there is a pretty good bet that one of the guides that your group talked to might be here, a dwarf known as Hewan Hackenstone. But whether or not he's there or somewhere else is... You don't recognize anybody. Everybody's new. They're all young-faced. You know.
No one that he would recognize. Okay.
So what are the things we have to do here? We have to talk to the person here. We have to make a big scene, and then... Oh, sorry. I don't know how else to say it without you knowing.
Do y'all want to step away from the,
I thought we did. That's why we're, like,
chat?
eating. I'm sorry. I thought we actually did step away.
It's still, like, pretty close. The eating area
Oh, if we were
like...
still really fucking close, I wasn't going to talk like that.
Well, but also, yeah. I mean, at this point, we could be heading back towards the marketplace.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I was essentially doing it if we had like a moment where we were in like next
Right.
to someone. So that was my bad.
Yeah, there's a eating place, like a place that you could probably eat past the...
Well, does it look like...
marketplace.
So over here, does it look like people are sitting there, or is that a place for us to eat?
Where are you pointing at?
This spot, over to the right.
That is a jousting field.
Yes.
There's some people gathered around it, but not... It doesn't seem to be like a populated eating area. People seem to just kind of be eating wherever they...
Find a spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to head back? Because I know we need to kind of regroup thoughts of what we're doing here.
Yeah. We need to see Roka, as well as try to see if Shago is here, and
then we have to do that thing.
Yes.
The thing, the.
Yes.
Okay.
Help our friend out, yes.
Sure.
Also, it was Dracul? Just to double check.
Dracul.
Dracul.
Cool.
Like, okay. Interesting choice.
So I guess we should just do the conversation thing first? Question mark?
It'd be smart to...
Fish is giggling. We can hear it in high quality definition with her new microphone.
Perhaps we should walk the market and see what's happening there, see what information we can take in about the...
Yeah, I actually wanted to walk by there and see what they had for sale.
Yeah, so eating was the first thing. That was delicious.
Made sense.
But
It was very well made.
it was... God damn it.
Say
Say
it.
it.
I went to make a joke, and then I was like, well, that's the wrong branding. But you could say that we ate really fresh.
Jason,
back there.
fuck you, by the way. I just saw you in the picture in the memes.
Oh yeah. But now that I'm a little less hungry, maybe we should get a lay of the land and walk the market.
You guys are walking the market?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So there's a little that built that big
That big building
Structure.
over there.
that thing right there is like kind of the farmer's market. They're selling a few days old fresh produce. Like, despite it being a few days old, it's still like good.
Yeah.
There's lettuce, a lot of like imported foods, a bit stale bread. There's fresh eggs, probably provided by the one or two chickens you've seen around the place.
Babies, do you mean?
So, imported food.
Like
I
beef.
Yeah, so stuff that would be like obviously like I haven't seen any cows in Chult and there's
Yeah.
no like soil for lettuce to grow or whatever.
Yeah.
Sweet. I am going to find a vegetable monger or something to talk to.
Oh God.
You find a vegetable monger. It's a young, he would be handsome if he, like, put more effort into his appearance or was featured on Queer Eye.
Devon, nose bleeding. Hello, my player. How are you?
Hi. Welcome to the
Hi.
vegetable stall.
I noticed that you guys have a lot of stuff here from the Sword Coast. I've been here in Chult for a little bit now, and this is the first I'm seeing of produce you would see in Waterhaven and Luskin and things like that. How often do you guys get shipments?
Why are you asking?
Well, I've been down in Port Nyanzaru, and frankly, I miss home a little bit. And it might be nice to swing up here sometime and grab grab something to bring back that might hold for a while.
It's like, I don't know, like every week and a half, I think. It's sometimes more. You know.
Oh, yeah. When was the last time it came in? She'll like pick up a cabbage head like she's informed on these things and turn it over.
It's like, I don't know, like 5 days ago, I think. We feed the soldiers first, and then we get, whatever's like left over. So,
Sorry, writing notes. Oh, well, that's great. Do you guys have any bell peppers? And she'll put the cabbage down.
yeah, we got bell peppers.
I'll take 2 of those.
Okay. It's gonna be like 4 copper.
All right, she'll hand over the 4 copper.
The
To get male or females?
bell peppers are right over there. And he, like, points behind you.
Thank you, and I appreciate the information. Maybe I'll be back sometime soon, and she'll go and just pick out 2 bell peppers.
Yeah. Hope you come back.
Facing away from him, but presumably at someone in the party, over-exaggerated eye roll.
Still gives a surprisingly sympathetic nod.
Jet's going to look around and see what other things are for sale.
Yeah,
So the tent kind of building area you're in is, it seems to be food only. The building right over here seems to be where a lot of like more expensive items like the aforementioned urns, the jewelry, all of it of kind of distinctly Chultan almost made. And it seems to be like almost pilfered through by some more richly dressed, gentle people, a few of the Flaming Fist guards. The building next to it is another official Flaming Fist depot, and Flaming Fist guards and some of the staff kind of filter in and out, blatantly receiving like paychecks or credits or like medicine stuff that's provided by the fort.
Okay.
And at that depot, a kind of loosely dressed half-elven woman is coordinating everything and fact-checking the IDs that the Flaming Fist guards bring in. She seems to be like overwatching that whole organization, and she has a very strong air of, I own this place.
And was this the food one?
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything on this one?
That seems to be just like another. It seems to be like a more intense goods checking area.
Alright, I'll go back to the crew. Doesn't seem like there's really much. It's more so high-end shit for Chult.
For soldiers to send back as souvenirs, more than likely.
Probably. It makes a lot of sense. If they can get stuff here and send it home, they can live. While people die from dinosaurs. Anyways, shall we go and talk to... Who the fuck are we talking to again?
Well, we haven't necessarily asked anyone, but we should probably talk to Roka. We're looking for a individual named Shago, and crunch snap. Oh god, that's lovely.
Why did you fucking buy peppers? I don't...
So,
Ignore.
a lot of the food here is imported, which means that it's not just the ships that run back and forth from Port Nyanzaru that come and leave from this place. Snap. So what that means is that if, say, perchance there was an individual who was marked for death who needed to escape the peninsula of Chult, there might be a ride for him. Or them, I'm sorry.
Yes. Makes sense. Did you ever figure out the next possible return of one?
Well, their schedule seems pretty inconsistent.
Awesome.
The unenthused vegetable monger seemed to think about a week and a half or so. The last one was about 5 days ago, so that means any time from about 8 days from now onwards is when the next ship would be around. It's a bit of a
Which
stay.
isn't quite within our time frame.
No. But the option's there if it comes to it.
We can certainly hide him for a little while. Just tell her we killed him. We dealt with the issue at a certain time.
We'll have to figure that out. In the meantime, should we ask around about this Shago character, or should we find Roka and talk to him about what he needs exactly?
Well, yeah, I was saying you might as well find Roka because we're gonna have to deal with that at some point anyways.
I think Roka first, and then Shago.
Anyone want to strip a bell pepper?
I'm good.
I don't think I've ever had bell pepper.
Bad peppers.
He holds it wrong. It's like, ah.
Oh god. Can we find this asshole real quick?
Yeah, when my
It's interesting.
yes, when my parents were kids, when I was a kid, my parents would give it to me with like a white dressing to dip it in.
Oh my god.
Yes, I've heard that's very popular in the Hidden Valley.
Fucking god. Fish, Omega said to check your DMs. I don't know if you have yet.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Hidden Valley, hit us up.
I will.
We got viewers, bro.
I will chill out for the people that sells Hidden Valley Ranch shot flasks.
But yeah, so we're gonna go find and talk to Roka first. I think that's the primary.
Yeah.
Who are you going to, as you guys kind of, what is your search pattern for Roka? Because when you guys hit the fort, the guy kind of, like,
Disappeared.
Fucked off.
Riza.
Jet thinks of the things to start yelling.
Well, the first thing that I'm going to do is just kind of wander this market district, and like sort of the courtyard we were in with the very fresh sandwiches, and I'm going to look for any sort of like Harper's based insignia, markings, thieves' cant, things like that, indicators that there might be a place that he's hiding tied to his being a Harper.
Make me a... what's everyone else doing before I start handing out rolls?
I was just gonna go with Duvaneth because we're trying to find this fucker.
Soul is still going to take very small bites of his bell pepper, to try to get rid of it, while also keeping an eye out for anyone that sort of like matches his height and looks a little bit suspicious.
So
Like,
you're
also
looking for...
Actually, if I could quick scratch that, he would be looking to see if anyone's like watching them.
Alright, Sam, perception check, Duvaneth, investigation, Jet, perception.
Okay.
Oh god.
Oh, straight fire! Straight fire!
You're not doing good right now.
I'm
Don't
pretty
forget
sure
you have
some
your
of you...
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to utilize my inspiration on that from Kate in the chat.
Oh Jesus, you have a +1. Oh.
Yes, my investigation is not great.
So the doggo, as you're wandering around, kind of keeping an eye out, your attention starts to get a little bit wobbly. There's, again, a lot of people watching you, a lot of people with their eyes on it, all of you, but again, you don't get a distinct, like, these people are watching me. It's just kind of a, they're looking at you because you guys are weird.
Yeah, I'm a fucking, I'm a 6'7" dragonborn.
Divana's an elf. Jet's a,
Yeah, we stick out like a sore thumb.
Duvanath, you pick up more Sword Coast Thieves' Cant, so a lot more symbols. You kind of spot them in the corners of the timber where the wood has, like, right just above the mud. There seems to be a few symbols indicating, like, that the vegetable guy that you talked to is a safe house, specifically for Thieves' Cant. There's a do not disturb on the sandwich artistry place. You're not getting any Harper signals though.
Okay. So can I discern like the type of safe house, like from that, like creepy underground fight club, or like or just like, or like there's a storeroom where you can hide?
It doesn't specify exactly,
Okay.
but creepy underground thing is more of a, like, box with a line cut through it, and a safe house, as in a place to hide, is a triangle with a line cut through it.
Write that shit down, Jason.
And a do not disturb are a whatever is a box with two lines cutting through it.
Fish getting nitty gritty, folks. She getting nitty gritty.
I love coding.
I
and
know.
I will remind you again that Chultan Thieves Can't, Chultan secret stuff is more verbal based. They do not do symbols or sign language as much as the Sword Coast or other places do. Okay. So you're looking at,
Sword Coast, Thieves Can't right now.
Yep. All good.
That's really cool. But somebody told you how cool this is?
Remember, this is the woman who looked up, what was the phrase for Sea of Thieves again? Suck my dick.
suck my dick in Morse code. But also, like, it pans out because I feel like Fish knows I will remember, and I'll make it come into fucking play later.
Seriously.
All right. So, well, that will conclude my search, and I'll do my best to probably pretty easily find Solidago in the crowd and reconvene with him.
Jet. What were you looking out for again?
Roka. Because that's what I was told we were looking for.
As your eyes are peeling through the crowd, you unfortunately do not find Roka, but you do spot just kind of sandwiched in between the, like, marketplace things. You see a very tall, very well-built Chultan man. Unnecessarily well-built Chultan man unnecessarily pouring water over himself. And he's doing it like a perfume commercial. Like,
look at your man, now look at me. Now look back at your man, now look at me.
Oh no.
The sun is behind him, catching on his hair.
Shago confirmed this Terry Crews.
It's glinting off of muscles and stuff like that. He's not wearing a shirt.
We're good. just like doing out of the corner of his eyes, like, what the fuck? I'm not mad, but why in the middle? Okay, no, you good? Yeah, you keep going, man. You keep doing your thing over there. I'm not paying attention, I promise. He's just talking to himself. And then he'll look away. He's like, oh shit, we're supposed to be doing something.
Hey, Soul, did you find anything?
I think I might be allergic to this.
Then why have you been eating it?
It's bad to waste foods, Jet.
Oh jeez, just give it. These hurts my stomach.
Wait. Do you know?
No, hold it.
Do you not like spicy
bad.
food?
I just don't know how to feel about the tingling tongue and throat thing. Is that a part of it for you?
So many set of comments right there.
I mean this with all due respect, but aren't you like a dragonborn who literally breathes fire?
There's a difference between spice and heat, to be honest. Also,
yes, Omega, that's called the DM.
Oh god.
This is so weird. You can have this back. He'll hand back the half-eaten. Gotta go ahead and mark on my sheet that Soul is allergic to vegetables.
I love it.
Jesus Christ.
So, aside from needing a fantasy EpiPen, did you find any?
Jet's here. He can cast Lesser Restoration. Actually, would a allergy be
poison.
A poison?
Well, yeah, because it's like allergies kind of thing, or maybe that's just how you kill someone in a way that doesn't affect.
To be specific, I don't think allergies would count as poison because what's killing response, the anaphylactic allergic reaction.
So a disease then? Or
it's
just not work? Is that just how you poison someone?
I would say that you'd probably need a greater restoration for anaphylaxis. That's my take. But
I would say that too. Yeah, because it says poisoned and you're not poisoning someone. Like alcohol poisoning is poisoning.
Oh god, she's writing this down. She's gonna use it against us later.
I can't believe Soul's going to fucking die via bell peppers.
So since we're talking about random shit, Omega wants to know, because it's an important question. Can I give inspiration to the wet shirtless man? It's called the DM.
I think that's the DM. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you may give the wet shirtless man inspiration.
This motherfucker becomes the big bad evil guy because of Omega. You motherfucker. I'll be right back.
Duvaneth flatly to this wet man. You realize it rains here, right? You don't.
It's.
Why are you
I
doing
want to
that?
be clear. I don't think it's raining.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Oh, Fish, while we're still like in random talk, can I quick show you the umbrella I got?
Hit me, girl. We're also taking a small unofficial. Yes, I do have a bulletin board. Board. It's a cork board. It's got notes. I have all of the merchant princes. I have cards devoted to all of the characters. I have
See? Look at it.
the
It's so
most
cool. You can't
important
see it.
part put up, and that's the three
It's all,
most
like-
important people in Herman's life, which includes Cedrin.
Sophia
because,
and
Cedrin, because Cedrin is Herman's only true equal. Ildreth, because Ildreth is the love of his life. He's a dragon. That is such a cute umbrella. And
I know,
Tosi,
right? It's
because
also,
that's
like,
his best friend.
the time
Is
that
that-
like goes like inward
Oh.
instead of...
Oh.
I know, right? It's so cute.
And it looks like
Cute.
a clear day's sky. Is that what the pattern
Yeah,
is on the inside?
on the interior.
That's awesome.
I know, right? I love it.
Dope.
Anyways, I probably wouldn't need inspiration because I opened an umbrella inside, but you
I
know.
mean, our roles have been pretty cursed tonight. I don't necessarily know.
maybe it'll help us then.
Yeah.
Watch this be the good luck umbrella from now on. Ah, hell, I ruined my nails.
Anyway, yeah, I'm excited for another Herman and Cedrin scene where Herman's like, you're my only true equal, and Cedrin's like looking at this 2-foot tall frog, like, thanks.
Also, I apparently
High
need to make.
Who were
praise.
you to be again?
Also, I apparently need to make CH3R-1SH taller because she needs to be taller than Soul. So I might just make her a clean 7 foot. Because why not?
Okay, I'm back.
Nice. So, all right. You didn't find anything, Soul?
No, I'm afraid not. We are definitely being taken note of, though. And he like gestures to like all the people currently watching them.
Well, in fairness, that might be a bit because we're kind of a freak show. And then she'll lean in a little closer and say, I'm pretty sure there's like a hiding spot or a fight club underneath the farmer's market.
A hiding spot, or there's a distinct difference between the two.
You would think that, but not really. I couldn't really tell how many sides the box had. Never mind. It's one or the other.
Yeah, did it show how many was it a box or a triangle?
Jason's notes should reflect that.
Yes, Fish very specifically said it was a safe place to hide, and then I asked if that was like a full-blown underground fight club or just like a storeroom or something, and then she outlined for me the shapes, and I'm pretty sure it's a safe house, but I just
Yeah, I don't
decided...
think you specified if it was which one it was. I think you just told us the
I just
differences.
inferred it was a safe place because her verbiage matched from the triangle being a safe place to... Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, valid.
And again, Giovanna's like, or maybe it's an underground fight club. I couldn't really tell.
Very good. Well, all right. We might have to look into that.
Yeah, the vegetable guy from earlier. I think he's the point of contact for that, but I can't.
Really?
Yeah, he seems very unassuming and could probably like match his clothes better.
Hmm. Well, if we haven't found our friend, and we should probably start focusing on Shaga then.
Yeah. Broca seems as though he's not the best at talking, but he does seem pretty good at making himself scarce, which admittedly is exactly what he said about himself.
Hmm.
Makes sense.
Yes. Stupid is as stupid does. God, my notes are horrible. But in that case, so we'll look around and see if there's anyone that just screams like, yeah, this probably is the guy.
You do not need a perception check to see the guy now in the middle of the market square, pouring water over his body in the rain.
Ah, yeah, there he is.
Oh! Was he there before?
You didn't see him earlier?
No, but that might have been because of like the low-lying mist and my
Shut up.
what?
Ugh.
Every time we hear the words low, fucking Mask of the Wild.
Well, I'm just inferring that that's why I couldn't see him, because he was hiding in the low-lying mist. No, I didn't see him there before. He knows it's raining, right?
I'm assuming. But so we'll clear his throat. Hold it. Okay. I'll go ahead and see if I can't make an introduction then.
Oh god.
All
You're
right,
so
go
lucky
ahead,
that
champ.
wasn't worse, because that would have been fucking hilarious. So we'll go ahead and approach and sort of clear his throat.
So the doggo gets within like 10 steps of this man, and he strikes a pose, flexes his arms, strikes another pose, flexing his arms, and then he assumes a neutral flexing pose as you get within talking range.
Oh
I happen
god,
to
this is
notice
gonna be
you
interesting.
had a thing going on here. I was
The
curious as to what-
Shago always has a thing going on. The thing is being the best looking person here.
Can I hear this?
Okay, we're going to kill him. We're going to kill him, right?
I was literally
totally going to
I was
kill him.
literally hoping I hear this because
We
Jet's gonna look
clearly
at
know that's
Devon
not
as-
true because I'm here.
Like I was really hoping that we could hear this so I could look at Devon and go, "No, can we please kill him?"
No, well, clearly he's lying because I'm right here.
No, I don't know. This is not gonna be fun. I
Well, you certainly are quite handsome.
The Shago thanks you.
Oh God, he calls
Oh,
himself
shit. Oh,
the,
Yes!
the
Yes!
my first name.
Yes!
Oh, no.
Fucking beat
no.
his ass.
Even with advantage, because he loves his husband so much. So,
Bow.
the Shaga.
Ow.
Shut up! Right?
Oh, I thought.
You can be quiet right now, Mark.
Devon, I thought Soul was about to hit him, but that the change in his posture makes me think he's
Hit
not about to
on
hit him.
him.
Why
Hit
did
on
his
him.
tail go up
Yeah,
a little bit?
So, hey,
I'm muting myself.
you deserve death.
The Shago's enraptured by your attention. How can the Shago help?
I mean, there are separate ways, but I think first I should ask for your name. I'm assuming it's the Shago, but
Oh god.
Yeah, it's Shago. Lord Shago to my friends. And, wait. Lord Shago, Shago to my friends.
well, Lord Shago, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Okay. God, why is he a thought? I was curious, Lord Shago. What may I ask as to your display?
The Shago is pure beef. This
I
is
can see that.
well trained, well honed. What?
I can see that. You don't see beef all that often in Chult.
I disagree. I believe that all of my countrymen have the beef. It's just that I've been fed on a well diet of rice and black beans.
Is he also vegan? What is this?
Is this motherfucker Lightning McQueen? What is this ka-cha shit?
Ka-chow! Oh god, the mouse is coming after us.
Fucking Disney, run!
Well, I guess that's a new car, but... Well... Very true. But... I was talking more in the sense of cattle. It was a bad joke. But...
The Shago doesn't mind. Everyone makes mistakes. Even the Shago sometimes.
That's very humble of you, Lord Shago.
Thank you. The Shago. Filled gratitude. Anyways, to the point of the conversation. How can the Shago help?
So many ways would help.
The Shago was looking for a casual fling, I'm afraid.
No, I'm married. But I was...
The Shago is also not looking for threesomes.
No, that's not what I was saying.
The Shago is confused.
I was just... Your display intrigued me, so I was just coming to ask about... I was coming to...
I wonder how this is going.
Make your acquaintance.
Jet, I'm just so much less interested in rushing into aid Soldago here than I was in Valar's throat. This is truly amazing.
I don't know what's going
But
on. He
also,
seemed so
my
confident last time.
compatriots and I were possibly looking for a guide in the...
The Shago
coming
is a
days.
guide.
Oh, really? That's great to hear, actually.
God, no.
Would you happen to be available sometime in the next few weeks to get down to Port Nyanzaru, possibly?
Oh god, Jet. He just asked him if he's available.
The Shago is available 24/7. The Shago is the people's person.
But I thought the Shago didn't want threesomes. I'm so
The
confused.
Shago would love to be a guide. The Shago has to ask. Do you have a Flaming Fist Charter of Exploration?
Can we just kill him?
You know what? I don't think
The
I
Shago would love to be of help. It would be wise if you went and bought a Flaming Fish Charter Exploration so that you're safe in the jungle.
Of course. How much are these charters? What are their use? What's their use?
Well, the Charter of Exploration is the Flaming Fist's way of giving an official paper, to say that the Flaming Fist has her fist all up.
Say it. Say it. You
Has,
started it. You gotta
know,
finish it.
Their fists all up in Chult, deep into Chult's territories. What the Shago is trying to say is that the Flaming Fist Exploration Charter is an official decree that allows the people holding the papers to travel and as well lay claim to any goods or treasure loot that they may find while exploring Chult. This comes with the Flaming Fist's protections, because Flaming Fist has claim to most of the land and
Be right
Chult.
back.
Also, you have to give up 50% of what you find, unfortunately. But for 1 gold per 10 day, you can get guards too.
That's very useful.
Very.
How much is the charter of exploration? Is it one for group or is it one per person?
1 per group. It's 50 gold.
Mm-hmm. 50 gold, you say?
Yes.
That's worrisome then, actually. I don't believe we have 50 gold on us. Is there anything I can do to help you?
The Shago doesn't understand. Are you trying to make a pass at the Shago?
No, I was making another bad joke. I'm
Got
sorry.
it.
Your entire air about you is very You're a very handsome man, but personally, I have.
The Shago is not a piece of meat. The
I'm
Shago is art.
I'm.
The
God
Shago
damn it.
is, however, beef.
I'm aware. I'm. God, I can't speak. Sol is a lot more eloquent than this. I'm imagining.
You could have called Tuvadath up at any time.
He's not.
I know.
The Shago suggests that you speak with Commander Porter. She usually has jobs and things that come with the free exploration charter. The cool thing is that with the Shago, I bring your fee at a nice little cozy discount because I don't pay anything to the tyrant Joe Ball. The Shago's a free man.
How very powerful.
Thank you.
How in the world do you keep out from under Jabal's thumb then?
The Shago, as strong as he is also very fast, and also has a very rich grandma, aunt. She's my mom, but, semantics, right?
Yeah, family is figuring out the different names for the different parts. It's a pain.
Right. That and Chult doesn't really have any terms for family members. It's just family.
Family, yeah.
So.
No, I'm well versed and I'm quite fluent in Chultan, which I am very proud of. I am aware of this. But so.
Is this still
you
going?
said that, unfortunately,
It's so bad.
You could have called us up at any time.
You said that I could speak to Commander Porter for one of these charters?
Probably. I imagine Porter's, always available. The Shago doesn't mind bringing you up to introduce you, but, the Shago's got other stuff to do, like get tonight's dinner and fights by the jousting tournament.
Of course. May I ask why you're flexing?
It brings Shago joy.
Oh my fucking god.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
I can't believe that's what did, Jason.
That was amazing.
Give you inspiration for breaking, Jason?
Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright, carry on.
I've never seen Jason break. That's so great.
The Shago's going through a tough time, so.
Sorry. understand completely. It's whatever whatever brings joy into your life is very important.
Thank you.
But yes, so let me go over with my compatriots.
Right, the red-headed elf and the air genasi that have been watching us talk the entire time.
Yes, the ones that
The Shago has eyes on the back of his head.
Finger guns, assuming I can hear him.
He fingers guns back. It's like it's a fucking JoJo character.
I am way too pretty to know what that is, so
Good
don't
for you.
mention that
I
ever
wish-
again.
I wish I was as pretty as you.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures banned it in this game, so
Yes.
please remove yourself.
Thank fucking God.
Thank you.
I don't even know what that is, but like...
Second us
Good for
the
you.
follow.
You don't
Appreciate
want
it.
to. I don't
Probably
want
not.
to. That's all I know is that all I imagine is posing like an asshole. That's all I know.
Yeah, the Shago waves at the group, and you were actually able to hear most of the conversation. It wasn't that quiet. There isn't a big
Because the
crowd.
Shaga's like that.
Yeah.
So I was able to hear most of it?
Yeah.
What constitutes most of it?
No.
The Shago.
Specifically every single time Solidago fumbled or implied something he shouldn't have. Instead of the rule of cool, it's the rule of whatever embarrasses Solidago the most.
Great.
Fuck you. Okay.
How'd that go, Sil?
You can fuck right off right now, to be honest.
What, are you assuming I heard everything because I have large ears?
I think the Shago would be very upset hearing that.
That's Jet, you ruined it.
I couldn't help it. I was trying to be funny too. Fuck off.
Okay, all right.
Are you trying to place words in my mouth that make
At least it's not the Shagos.
words in my mouth, Duvana?
I mean, after that particular exchange, I don't necessarily know if I would have to, but
Yeah.
you did get one absolutely
sorry.
perfect. Man, this storm and the
Yeah,
the
the
thunder.
thunder sounds a lot like sneezing. It's very odd.
I'm
Chult and
so
thunder
sorry.
is always quite. Anyways,
Bless you, fish, by the way.
you did get one really, really great bit of information out of that. There's jousting tournaments here.
True.
The jousting tournament, jousting arena didn't give it away.
Well,
The one that we were standing next to as we ate.
Yeah, well, I saw the good horse and saw the big pit and kind of thought what would they use a big pit with a fence in the middle of?
Not a pit, but yeah.
If you haven't picked it up, I haven't really been around horses a lot. But I get
She did mention that.
yeah. But I
You're
know
a rich girl. A rich kid.
I'm going to forego that insult.
It's not an insult if it's true.
It's not. My family has almost no money, but that's a different story entirely.
But a lot of revenue.
No, not anymore.
That was a joke to a different thing. That was not canon, sorry.
But, Soul, Jet.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. You guys aren't thinking what I'm thinking, are you?
I
not at all.
I possibly have an idea of what you were talking about, but I just don't have the spell yet because I remember this conversation we had on the boat.
I
No,
have no idea
that's what I
you're
thought.
referring to.
No. I postulated heavily on arcane and divine magic, of which I know nothing about either. I was just kind of rambling. But anyways,
Well, I remembered it in my study, so I brought it up to you.
yes, no, jousting.
Yes.
Yes,
It
what
is.
about it?
It is a sport. It has pageantry to it.
Okay.
There's always a spectacle. It's almost, for lack of a better term, sports entertainment.
World Wrestling! Sorry.
And then she'll lower her voice and say, one of the things that we're looking to do here is make a distraction. We've already made a big impact just by being freaking weird. If there's some way we can get a joust running, that's pretty distracting.
I was not thinking that,
Giovanna.
but I had another idea as well.
Didn't you say that you've never been around horses?
Oh, I'm sorry, Captain Semper. I was just thinking that I would put faith in my military leadership, and people who knew a little bit more about horses might be able to muster up the courage and energy to do it.
What rank is Duvaneth again?
Literally footman, like private, like scum of the earth, like the most useless, wasteful, and also she's an auxiliary, so she's not even like a real soldier. She's just like a fake one that they call up when.
Yes. So it's gonna take a breath real fast. He lets it out. Well. I'm sure we'll figure that out, Duvaneth.
Have you never ridden a horse either? Is that what I'm getting?
I might remind you that I too was not cavalry. Horses are not my thing. Also, horses don't tend to like. He points at the whole dragonbornness thing.
I certainly
had
will
any
not
luck
be
with them.
fighting. Good luck. I'm just
He looks
putting it
down
out
like
there.
Alita.
Yeah,
Or like Alita standing quietly. I don't think she is either.
Yeah, wait, no, it is. Wherever Alita is right now, wasn't she like? She's good with animals. Yeah.
She's
Raised-
good with animals, but
raised
also
in a tree,
she's a
if I recall
gnome.
correctly.
Alita was raised in a tree. We had
So-
extensive conversations of how she was raised.
I've seen about 2 jousting matches in my life, very far up, nosebleed seats, and I kind of think being a gnome would actually be somewhat advantageous. You're a smaller target.
They aim for the shield, not the. You have to be able to be strong enough for it to hit the shield and not get knocked off. That's the issue. Alita is very light.
It sounds like Solo Doggo is making a case for himself.
But regardless,
if jousts happen very often, it's not going to be very distracting.
It is if one of us could.
it is if it's a spectacle, or if we find out that the entire camp turns out for the joust. It's the entire camp migrates to one point and leaving very sparing people in other places around.
That is a possibility.
But anyways, it was just a thought. You did great, though. You did great.
Very good. I have to take lessons on how you talk to people. A lot better than what I can do. Let's be honest, if Jet went over there, he would not have gotten any of that shit.
Y'all are mean to me. Anyway.
You're the one that keeps jumping
You
into
could have
social
called me over at
interactions.
any time.
You're the one that's like,
Someone
I'm gonna go
do
over
that.
there.
And someone's a +2 in charisma. Like he's
No,
actually
that was-
a +4 in persuasion. He's actually good at talking. It's just Echo who isn't.
No, but also your wisdom check at the beginning really
Oh my God.
how it had to be.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It was hilarious. I loved it 10 out of 10.
All right. Well, we've met Shago. Do you get the vibe he's a vegetarian, vegan? Like, do you think he drinks?
I didn't ask him. That seems a little bit personal. You could probably
I kind of feel like he's a person who would tell you. If regardless.
Do you
Well,
CrossFit, bro?
I mean, if he was a vegan, we would know already.
I mean,
Some
he's
vegans are.
no one gets that buff on rice and black beans. I refuse to. I
No,
refuse.
he must do the very possible thing that could hurt him, which is CrossFit. I swear to God, he does it.
Yeah, freaking Corminther fit or something.
Plus,
Sorry.
it's Plus Fit. It's actually called Plus Fit here, not CrossFit. It's just turned a little bit.
All right. Well,
Multiplication.
we've met Shago, and for a brief, fleeting moment, I can't blame Quaothe for wanting to end the royal line of Chult. Is there anything anybody else would like to do? Well,
Give me a
while
second.
we're out and about.
I don't know.
Huh.
I guess I don't know. We try to find Roku because we have to at least tell him our idea, possibly. I have no idea where else to go.
Yes, he might have a larger frame of reference. Also,
We should meet with this Liari Porter, though. This Commander Porter, though.
yes, she. I
Oh, were we
From
supposed
what-
to meet that person?
from what I was able. Well, is it easy to get an audience with her? Do we know?
I'm sure.
Hell
we
if
ask
I know.
Shago.
I'm
I
sorry.
believe Shago
So,
would be more than willing to aid in that.
So it's the Shago. Please use him correctly.
Lord Shago, actually, but
he just kept saying the Shago. Like, is that a title? Is that just an item? I'm so confused.
I
just
believe
like that.
the Shago is his stage name.
Sounds like never mind.
but
I don't know where he is.
regardless, we could most likely ask Lord Shago for some aid in that.
Go right ahead.
Fine.
We could just.
We'll
we
turn
could-
back to where Shago is probably still posing.
He is. He's got a dedicated audience.
Oh, God.
They're not like lecherous. They almost seem kind of amused, like a little patronizingly so, as Shago's posing. Someone's offering to get him a drink. They're making jokes.
So we'll clear his throat and say, Lord Shago, I had
Yes.
some follow-up questions for you.
Of course, the Shago will gladly take some time to answer the questions, and he steps away from where he is to have a more personal, audience with Solidago.
You know, Devoneth, we could have just talked to the guards at the gate.
Yeah,
Well, Lord Shago,
this is better.
True.
you mentioned that you might be willing to help aid us in getting a audience with Commander Porter, or did I misremember that?
No, the Shago will be of great help. The Shago doesn't... No, the Shago can get you an audience with Commander Porter. The Shago has friends in high places. But also my
I-
mom.
Wait, what?
Yes.
My mom. My mommy, my auntie, my grandmama, my grandmammy.
Can I, if I'm listening in on this,
The
can I make it?
fog?
Can I make an insight check
Two,
on
same.
how close he seems with his with his grandmother, but family member who has this power? AKA
I just
Zonfi.
want to know if he's fucking being honest.
That's exactly it. I want to know how.
Insight check.
Fuck.
Inspiration, I have two of them. I'm
terrifying.
using one. Fuck that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I have to mark down that I
Yes.
have an inspiration.
All right, I have one left. Yeah, Sam, you have one from Secondness.
So, as the Shago
got one
is
from a
talking, there's a
Yay,
sort
thank
of
you.
like practiced air to how he speaks. He's definitely performing, and every time he mentions his grandmammy auntie or mom, there's a softness to his voice. Um, it it's a little hard to catch on, but as you're listening to his speech patterns, he he really loves her. And
Jet.
Devon, you
Yeah.
kind of get that, but to a lesser degree. You do pick up on the speech patterns, and you do kind of notice that almost character break.
Jet's gonna lean over. Oh, holy shit! This is serious. The fuck?
I, I think he might actually legitimately love his grandma, Mamma Mia,
Is I'm
Xanthi. It's Xanthi.
I'm also talking about the situation we know of him and the fact that they're hiding him here and they know it.
That's exactly it. I think that if we could get him into private and talk about some of the things, he doesn't seem the brightest, but
No, but it's also kind of an act, and we kind of need to talk to his grandma, mama.
unfortunately, she's all the way back in Port Nyanzaru, though.
Oh no, I thought we were. I thought we were talking about the one that was here.
But that's
Well-
Commander Porter.
Oh, who did he
Yeah,
say?
yeah. He's talking about
she's talking
Xanthi,
about-
Merchant Prince.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
But
That's right, Xanthi.
Duvaneth will say, Elita worked very closely with the company of the Yellow Banner. She may be able to provide, some level of insight and legitimacy to some of the concerns that we bring to him. Although, again, he seems quite dense. She'll look over at him, like rippling his chest while talking to Soul or whatever.
He's bouncing them.
Yeah.
Captain's specs. Oh shit! I was going. Oh god damn it. Soul will. Fuck! I was going to ask him something else. Right. Very important. While Duaneth is looking the other way, do you happen to be vegan or vegetarian? You mentioned that you only really eat rice and beans.
Is this seriously a question?
I was raised on a healthy diet of, well, as the way some of my friends have put it. One second.
Cool. I want to make sure that. Also, he would ask this in Chulton. It's very important to me that I keep this a secret from my friends because they're being an asshole about it.
The Shago understands. He's. Do you continue conversing in Chulton, or?
Yes.
Shago understands. What kind of trouble are they giving you?
They're. It's. I suppose a personal matter of. You know, Shago. There was recently a disagreement on how to handle a certain situation between this person that is close to me and my family, and it was very tough. I had taken the chance of opening up my house to them and what have you, but it feels like that trust has been betrayed, and now I'm not sure how to deal with the situation, and both of us have become quite actually hostile towards each other. Not in a actually harm each other sort of way, but in an emotional sense.
I guess I have to ask, is it truly going both ways, or are you just imagining it? Are you making a problem where there isn't? I believe if you trusted these people enough to bring them into your household, surely...
Also, this is in Chulton, so Javonth is not hearing any of this.
So surely forgiveness is in order from both sides. Mercy is an act that goes both ways. I think if you felt like that trust was betrayed, are you truly looking at everything else they've done for you, or just the one thing they've done against you?
Jet, what do you think they're saying?
Um, I also have to ask, what have you done for them? You know, if you're gonna throw stones in a garden, how many of those plants are yours? You know what I mean?
Teacher, I have a question. I
The
have
fish. Yes.
I have adapt linguist, which means you can communicate with humanoids who don't speak any language you know. You must observe humanoids interacting with one another for at least a day, which means Chultans. So I've heard Chultan talk for at least a day. Can I understand important words, expressions, or gestures to understand this conversation to a
But
small
have
point?
you? Can you bring it up and let me see so I
Yeah.
can get the exact wording?
Yeah, I got you. It's a low level. It's like essentially like you understand library in Spanish kind of thing.
I think specifically you haven't seen people, like, you haven't taken the time to observe.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, like
So I'm going to say you can't, like, pick up exactly.
Okay.
So you're picking up on words, but you can't put them together. If
Okay.
you took the time, yeah.
It's like how Spanish, I think pregnant sounds like something else. Like the words are mixed, so it's hard to understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
yeah, you don't have the context for words yet.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't understand Yvonne if I'm trying my best.
You make a very good point, Shago.
Of course, I often find that in instances of anger or betrayal, there hasn't been consideration for the other party. Always remove the stick from your eye before you point out the log in another. You know?
Of course. Also, is
Savage comments.
Chultan your first language?
Yes, of course.
This is great. This is very good, Fish. That's very good to know. Your common is very good.
I disagree. I think I sound like a buffoon in common, but,
As compared to how I was when I first started learning Chultan, you're doing far better than I did. Not that I know how long you've been practicing common. That
a year.
I'm sure I sound worse in Chultan than
Yeah.
you do in common.
I think he said something about getting a woman pregnant. I couldn't understand that last part.
But
Oh no, do you think it's
how long have you
peyote?
been- how long have you been studying common?
Just ever since I took up a guide. However, the Shago has to return to Shago's meal. Also, no, I'm not a vegan, but I believe in, all of Ubteo's creatures. I believe that Ubteo made dinosaurs and the little birds delicious for us to consume. So
I agree with
rice
that.
and red beans didn't miss me. And he slaps his thigh.
Soul's making another wisdom check. I feel like you would get along with my husband, which isn't me trying to say anything. I think you two would just get along. Like, be friends. You remind me of him slightly. Which,
Thank
again,
you.
isn't me coming... my
I'm
Chultan
gonna
isn't very good.
go.
His thigh is like aggressively firm. It's like terrifying.
It is. It didn't even wiggle at all. It's kind of weird.
I'm gonna go have dinner.
Again, why does he have shorts that high?
I hope you have a good meal.
Also, because I forgot to mention this earlier, Shago has mostly his hair up in a sort of well-kept, not like an afro, but the most
High
of
top
his hair.
fade sort of situation?
That sounds dope, actually.
Okay, I
Yeah,
guess we know what it is now.
he's got like a high top fade, really well kept. Some of his hair is braided, ending in the colorful beads, but not that much.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two.
Okay, so lightly beaded. So nothing like we saw with um, Toban, who had like very very heavily beaded, sort of like ancestral bead type deal before he went down to the one.
Yeah, nothing quite like. They're
Okay.
definitely related, but Toban's was like
Okay.
that was shit.
So utilizing my knowledge of Chilton hair beating, as rudimentary as it is at this point, I might get the sense that by his hair being the way that it is, very lightly beaded, he may not care that much for traditions of past. Correct?
I think that's a safe assumption.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Hmm.
Right.
The Shago takes his leave, and he leaves.
Mhm. Nice. Uh, Sol turns back around and looks at the group. Right.
Did he say he got someone pregnant?
He speaks very fluently in Chilton, so we were trying to keep up.
All I heard was he pregnated someone.
Jets, do you understand? Keep working on that vocabulary, bud. Do you want some help with that?
Yes. What is the word I'm thinking that he said he was pregnated someone? So I know what I'm hearing.
Yes. So where's Joan when I need her?
He probably said something like "tieshi," are the act of giving, which can be a euphemism for exactly what you think.
You were probably thinking of Tieshi, which means to give, and also tends to be a euphemism for getting pregnant. But in this case, connotation-wise, it just meant to give.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, Chult doesn't have a lot of lecherous terms. It's really hard to make sex jokes in Chultan.
That is
Everything is
very
pretty
boring,
genuine.
says Tsunami in a different location.
Somewhere Tozy like smacks him. It's like, behave.
Herman's like, okay, Tsunami, I need you to give me 100% of you. And Tsunami's like, Herman? What?
Herman, what are you talking about? Alright. Okay, so is he going to help us get an audience with the person here, or what are we doing?
Yes, he'll be able to help us get a audience with Commander Porter. He just has to go eat first.
Awesome.
I believe that's what he was saying.
Sweet.
Right.
So then essentially we are waiting on him.
I would truly like to hear from Roka first, but it appears it's not going to be happening. We should probably find a place to sleep for the time being, though.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Does it look like there's any like civilian barrack, like a place where like they could find housing?
No, but a good place to check would be the building right here, where it looks like Flaming
wait.
Fist.
Continue first, and then I'll get back to it.
And some people seem to be getting like rations or pay. It kind of seems like the help desk.
Oh god, fuck off.
So we'll approach and present his medallion and say, excuse me, I was hoping to find some room and board for me and my dependents. I hope my knightly regards will come in handy for that.
The woman checks over the medallion. Oh, Dracul Semper. Yeah, of course, you can always find, you know, a place to sleep here. One of us until death, you know?
Of course.
How many dependents are with you? What is the relationship of the dependents? Do you need, are you looking at family housing or, um,
Uh, they. He looks. We're getting into topics that I don't know how to talk about. Don't know
just,
how to.
like, call over Duvaneth so Duvaneth can
Yeah.
translate.
Well, yeah. So Jason can translate per Echo because Echo is a gigantic ass civilian. He doesn't understand a single part of this. Sorry. Um. Well, it's been a while. It's a complicated relationship. Hold it. Yes, Miss Duvaneth, if you could come over and aid in this.
Poor start. You just called her miss.
I'm aware.
Duvaneth will cock her head slightly, but stride up nonetheless.
Yes, just figuring out the type of housing. Are we looking at a family unit? What's the relationship of the dependency?
Duvaneth will look at him flatly and sort of lean forward and say, "Oh, no, we're looking for more like temporary liaison housing. Captain Semper here is just here on assignment for a brief while. It will be not but not but a week or so. So I am his squire, and this is our clerical attaché."
Okay.
And then there's also Alita, who is our
Oh yes,
patriot.
it's good. Quite wildly. She doesn't take up much space, but a fourth. Yes.
Yeah, we do seem to have enough beds available for the four of you. If you just ensure point, you'll find the housing, the barracks there. They come with outdoor showers, toiletries. Every bed, every cot has a footlocker that should have enough toiletries for about 3 days, but then you'll have to go to the commissary to get more.
Of course.
Charming. Anything else that we should know? Perhaps living so close to the wall.
The barracks get kind of stuffy. They definitely didn't ventilate them that. So, when the nights are clear and stuff like that, what you need to do is take your sheets. They should be strong enough to support the weight. You can make a kitchen hammock. You just go up on the walls. You're away from the flies and all the sweat. Perfect. Never a better night's sleep. If you're up against the walls, just the warning bells will get up. You are expected to help defend the wall if you're in position, but we don't get much attacks here. We're pretty safe.
It's fucking Kuwait.
Great. I appreciate that, and I will leave you to my knight to finalize the paperwork, and she'll just like over exaggeratedly bow.
Here you are.
Very good. I'm very good on your vocabulary. He'll say to his squire.
And she'll lean over and give the three of you a kind of reddish coins stamped with a flaming fist. Those are just so you can get access to stuff around. And if you ever have any problems, of course, you feel free to come up to here to talk to us or talk to Lear Porter's second in command.
And what would their name be?
Their name would be. Hold. Finding it. Sojourn. Sojourn Hallsdolcher.
Who is this?
And
Bless you.
points to a sharply dressed Alaskan woman who's engrossed in a clipboard.
Oh, is this the half-elf?
Yes.
Okay.
What is this, the barracks keeper?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
She has a clipboard. That means she's important.
It means she's busy and can't be put on details.
But also, I'm not important enough to approach someone with a clipboard in this particular situation.
Good to know. So... And then if at some point in time you could spell out her last name, that would be very helpful, Fish. But very good to know. We will keep that in mind. Thank you for your aid. Unless we have any more questions, and he looks at his party. Thank you.
No, my liege.
Very professional.
Jet's still pretty far back, by the way.
Pretty cool that you're bringing the order back, though. There's a little shrine up at the Temple of Helm, if you're,
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that located?
Opposite side of the camp. Just a little bit to the left. Can't miss it.
Right. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Is that just their sign off whenever they're done processing
yeah.
paperwork?
Probably.
Have an outstanding day.
Thanks for your sacrifice.
Thanks for your
So just sort of nods very stiffly. It's good to know it wasn't in vain. And he walks away.
Yeah.
You walk away.
And I guess we can check out those barracks. Oh god.
As we're walking over there, two exasperated comments. The first one being, so military rank and file stuff wasn't really the to-dos of the questionable Knights of Dragons.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
I don't know. Just don't seem to have a handle of the paperwork stuff. It's big up in Neverwinter.
You have never signed a contract in your life, Solidago.
That was all my
Specifically because you guys weren't just a knight's order. You were a family. You trusted Dilifanos to handle that stuff.
Yeah, thank you. Dilifanos was very controlling of making sure he did all the paperwork on his own. So
Charismatic leader.
yes, he was. But
Cool. And also, outdoor showers? Are they savages?
This is
Sylvanas,
Chult.
that's
A few people
common.
30 looks.
that's common practice, Sylvanas.
It is absolutely not common practice. Not even close.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to get used to them if you want to take a bath. Well, not. Yes.
It would be lovely
You
if
want
it
to be
was
clean.
a bath.
Well, you can either do that or you can catch rainwater and use that.
I have the material for such a thing. I'll.
You will catch many an eye. But we
Yes,
are doing
that's what I'm worried about. I don't really want to be attracting a crowd while I try to get literal crust off my skin.
that. I can find a blanket to help.
We'll figure it out. Let's go see these barracks, which are definitely a death trap.
Mm-hmm. I guess we go. The gang checks out the barracks.
As you guys meander over to the 3 buildings that make the barracks, you do eventually catch the eye of Roka. He seems to be emerging
Finally.
from the huge wooden building that the barracks kind of hug. He seems a bit frazzled, and his cheek is red, but he gives you a polite salute and will probably wait for you guys to check out the barracks. And the barracks suck.
That's
They're
unsurprising.
hot.
Travel
They're
barracks, Jason.
sweaty. They're stuffy. The cots are wet.
Jason, this sounds like Fort Bliss in our first room in the barracks.
Yeah, exactly.
Are there holes in the wall that you can actually feel cold air? Like
mushrooms growing out of the water drainage vents.
Yeah.
See, the problem with these
fuck,
buildings
dude.
is there's none of that. There's no the only holes
There are
in
no
that
vents.
building.
it's like rot holes. That's what we're asking.
No, there's
Okay.
nothing. The only hole
Shit.
is the entrance.
So it's like a sauna, basically, in this climate.
It is a sauna, except
How
it's
am
the
I
worst
gonna put
kind
a
of sauna.
fucking hole in this building? I'm just wondering right now.
The sauna you can't get out of.
You
Yeah.
wanna bet?
Whoa.
You're smelling. You guys walk in and you smell yourselves, and it is vile.
Great.
This is going to be
I don't
amazing.
miss this. I do not miss this.
It is, however, dry.
Oh,
is
great!
still humid,
Well,
but
got the dry going for us.
technically an improvement. Alright. Who
I'd
wants
say
to go?
I'd say I've slept worse places, but it was literally the boat a couple days ago. So
Yes, this is an improvement on the boat. Who wants to go? Is there anyone in here aside from us? Like, is this just like a barracks for us, or does it look like there are more people staying here?
No, there's definitely more people. You can see that some beds have been tossed. Some people have kind of claimed cots or beds with bags or other things. There's a few scattered beds and cots that you guys can occupy. But nobody of note is in the room.
Of course not. It's a fucking shithole.
Okay.
who wants to
so-
go grab Roka?
That was my next question.
You certainly can, because I feel I know his situation. I don't want to deal with him.
I can go fetch him, unless Miss Ivanov would like to.
Nope, that's fine. Go grab him.
All right. So we'll go grab Roka.
Broca is grabbed.
Oh,
Broca.
that's
Pick
kind
him
of
up.
rude.
Brings him over.
Roca
Like a
walks,
cat.
Roca walks into the barracks, and then he walks out of them.
That's reasonable. I think we're having our meeting outside, where it's not, like this.
I'm fine with that. It's starting to cling to my clothes.
So we'll drop his bag on a the nicest cot that is also like the nicest cot that is next to the door.
Those have already been taken.
Uh,
You too late.
does any of the bags, like, are they like claimed bag wise, or are they like claimed like someone's like tossed them, like someone's sleeping there?
Solar
The
dog about to be
cots-
that prick.
The cot by the bed are claimed, but like all of the other cots and beds are on a bag claim area. However, to be clear, there are no good cots.
Yeah. Uh, Soul will take a cot that has not been like properly claimed nearest to the door.
Nice.
I'm trying to
will-
find the
He will
most.
toss whatever bag he commandeered from to like a
yeah.
nearby cot, so like near, but not as nice as the one that he now has.
I'm trying to find the most corner of the room, like I'm going to fight my way out of here caught in the entire joint.
Jet keeps his bag on him.
You find that cot. It's not in the corner literally. It's like 3 cots from the corner, but it has very distinct "look at me and I'll stab you" vibes.
Nice. I know this caught well, and I will just go ahead and dump my gear.
Nobody's touching your stuff.
Great. If they do, I'll cut them. So
True.
You guys meet Vroka outside. He's brought all of you to kind of stand behind what I have discovered is called a Bailey, the large building. A little bit away, there's no windows or anything. He's huddled under the extended roof, arms folded. What accent did I talk to all of you with?
it's not important.
Well, it's important to me.
It's like vaguely
I thought this was
water.
the dude. I thought this was the dude talking to us. Sorry.
Vaguely Waterhavian, if I recall correctly.
Got it. I'm just gonna stick with this one for the time being.
It's fine. You're really bad at this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I respect someone who can take criticism.
I don't. It doesn't matter.
It's fine.
What I miss?
Nothing important.
Okay, good.
Roka and I shading each other. The end.
Nice.
Yes. What do we? Have you guys had a plan yet?
We've had some thoughts.
Yes, I did see you talking to Shago.
Not that particular thought. I was specifically referring to thoughts as to,
Right.
A distraction.
He points at Devonov.
Soul turns to Devonith.
Well, yes, Shago's here. He seems wonderful. But as far as distraction goes, how many times have you been here, Roka?
I want to say this is probably my 3rd time. All of them were hourly visit. I think this is the longest I've been here.
What hearsay do you know or things have you heard around the camp pertaining to the jousts that occur here?
I want to say, well, one, the jousting tournaments are the biggest draw for Fort Balarian, and I want to say the biggest Chultan influence. They've really made a thing out of it. I saw, a little velociraptor, some Chultan guy with the jungle skins take on a full-plated knight and on a horse. Brilliant. Took him down 3 points off the shield. He didn't even splinter his lance. Gorgeous takedown.
Damn, that's impressive.
I vaguely know what that means, but so it draws a lot of people. How often do these events go on?
I want to say, they're probably held once a month. Some of the wealthier guys from up in Port Nyanzaru tend to show up. But unofficial bouts are allowed as long as the people involved have time off. Why?
Well, you were looking for a distraction.
Uh-huh.
And we saw a very finely groomed warhorse, or looked like as such. They were feeding it an apple, though. That can't be good for their teeth. Anyways, I don't know if they're preparing for another one, or if there's some way we can manufacture an event to create the distraction you're looking for.
Well, it's gotta be something that brings Liari Porcher out. Are you guys good at starting fight?
Not historically, no.
Are we talking physical or emotional?
Oh, that's fucked up. That just stares at Solo Doggo. I don't think us starting a fight would help, because then we would most likely go to jail and not be able to complete the rest of our task.
I think Roka is suggesting, for lack of a better term, a bench-clearing fight.
Not just a fight between us.
A sporting event which escalates to violence.
Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It has to get her attention, and she doesn't really show up for jousting tournaments.
What do I have that I could possibly help with?
Would she go out for, say, Sojourn? If she got into a bout?
Jet's gonna start looking at his spellbook.
I couldn't tell you. I tried to get a read on Porcher when I went up to meet her. However, her backhand blinded me for a second, so I'm not going back in there.
I was going to ask about that next, but
You went and talked to her?
Yes.
What about? Well, that seems a bit personal, actually. Forget I said anything.
Very. Thank you.
are you guys like, no.
No, that's why she slapped me. I implied something, and her gauntlet left a groove.
I can see it. Do you want...
Yes.
Jet, would you mind helping him?
I'm sorry, with what?
His face.
I literally said I was in the spellbook.
Looking at spellbook.
I was literally in the spellbook. That's what I said.
His face is bleeding, Jet.
Oh, shit. Yeah, sure. And he goes, here you go, and throws a healing word at him. Oh, wow. Motherfucker, you got good heals.
He just says, can you help him? Oh, yeah, here you go. And that's just...
Yeah, he just waves his hand and goes back to his book.
Yeah, here you go. That's all he says.
Well, he's trying to figure shit out.
No, like, that's his verbal component. Like, here you go. Then he goes back to his work. Sorry, that just amused me.
The wound as if gentle hands like threading it back together levens off of his face and dissipates with swift magic. Any kind of fucking dope.
That's just healing. What?
Shit's awesome.
Oh,
It's-
thank you. Okay.
Anyways, back to having an accent.
So, oh man. So with, so there isn't much that would get her out for a
Joust.
joust.
Right.
And a Draguli shield butcher wouldn't be worth anything now that we know that dinosaurs are on the table for jousting mounts.
What?
A Dracul.
No,
I don't understand how this is relevant.
I don't either.
Soul is a captain, or was a captain, in a knightly order of
Related to
the Order of the Gauntlet. But,
Lord's Alliance.
That. Juvanith would know, but I get the two mixed up very frequently.
You're good. I was expecting her to just butcher it just because.
No, she intentionally butchered the name of the rank, but that she would know outright.
Well, yeah, I was saying that.
Keep going.
You're good.
Would that get her out at all?
I might have to meet with her first.
What? Are you
Was
asking
the what?
if a dragonborn jousting would get her out?
A person of high rank, of somewhat high rank, of higher rank than most people here, I'm assuming, was to get into a jousting match.
Maybe a question for her.
Right.
Uh,
I mean, I guess I could challenge her to a jousting match. Be definitely a distraction. Don't think she'd say yes, though.
No, but it'd be worth a shot. It's a good one.
No, but you could certainly challenge her champion and invite her to attend, if such a thing, or if Elita felt comfortable wherever she may be in this compound.
Yes, she tends to disappear very quickly.
I definitely don't have any spells that'll help us, by the way.
Same.
Agreed.
Fuckers.
I could set something on fire, but that just seems rude.
Very much.
Help build this place. I'd prefer to keep it that way. It's one of the nicer things we did. Well, I'd say nicer. It's barracks. Not barracks.
You could have put, but no, but the barracks you could have put windows in them, or advised someone to do that.
We helped protect the camp while it was being built. We didn't like it either.
Okay, that's fair.
so have we got a plan yet, or?
We're working on it. We need to meet with Porter first. We're meeting with her later on
Got
today.
it. Do we have a? What's my signal to start going through her shit?
How
I'll leave
about
that to
this?
Devoneth.
Yeah, how about this? Because let's be honest, if we're banking on the jousting, it's not going to be me doing it. So stick near or within visual range of me. We'll figure out a signal and we'll go from there.
Sounds perfect.
I'm also quite sneaky if you need help.
I might. Might need a lookout.
Well, in that case, since that's settled, do we have anything else to figure out while you're available to us?
One more.
Oh, heavens.
Oh, heavens. Also, I didn't catch your name, but thank you for the inspiration.
It was Secondus.
Secondus. Thank you for the inspiration, Secondus.
Also, I both want to protect Shago with my life and also kill him outright.
Agreed. But
Jet still hasn't gotten that info yet, so he's still pissed off.
I only know bits of what you guys talked about in Chulton, but I'm really feeling like we need to have like an offline conversation with him about the Flaming Fist and his role in this whole shit. But I don't know where we can do it safely.
Yeah. Agreed.
What are we talking about?
How we need to talk with Shago. But do it somewhere
Nice.
safely.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Shago.
The Shago.
The Shago.
Roka, like, kind of... Sorry, I disassociated for a second.
Yes, for a second there you sort of looked like a 5'3".
What can, is there anything else?
Woman
Can
wearing.
we get it? What, can I leave now? Or...
You can do as you want.
Well, do you have any more questions? Is there any way I can help?
Actually,
What?
Jet has a question. So when we talked in Port 9 Zoru, we mentioned our situation with how do you fucking say her name? Queothe. You said in same but not. What did you mean by that?
Oh, Jabal's up my ass and Queothe loves me. I've managed to be keeping on her good side.
That makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't need inside check for that shit. So what does Jabal have up your ass that you need to be protected by Queothe?
Well...
And Jet's just, like, questioning, like, as innocent as he usually is, because he's really not knowing what he's doing. Or at least he's trying.
Fuck it, not like I'm getting paid. It's... He doesn't like my business dealings, how I choose to go about things. He runs a pretty tight rat on his guards and his guides.
How so?
Just a little controlling, I guess. You know, some of the other merchant princes don't tend to be involved as he is, and I took that for granted, and I mean, I'm not, you know, exactly an upstanding citizen. Queothe appreciates that, and she likes my employ. I'm not working for her, but we have a understanding.
Hopefully.
Interesting.
How much do you know of our standing with Queothe?
Not much, honestly. Just a little bit surprised you haven't dropped her name.
It's a working relationship.
Duvanith will quickly change the topic and will say, so, Roka, I'm assuming once you have whatever this ledger is that you're after, you're pretty sure that Leah Porter's probably going to know pretty quickly if it's something she uses every day, or you believe she uses with relative frequency. What is your out plan? How are you getting out of here?
Oh, I'm running, as fast as humanly possible. I'm not going to give specific details, but I do know of some old abandoned safe houses between here and Port Nyanzaru. I run like hell. I hide in those safe houses. I run like hell. I just bolt to Port Nyanzaru and pass it over.
Would certainly be interested to know the locations of those safe houses, because we might be running too.
Well, if you get to that point, just stay close.
I'll keep it in mind. Just a thought that crossed my mind. I didn't want to interrupt.
No, I think it was a good choice. We're all in this together, aren't we?
Jet just glares at him. Jet's like glaring, but he's like trying to keep it away because he still hasn't gotten that other information yet that we talked off stream on.
Yeah, so I was gonna like give him a once over, like see how like how much he actually like knows about their situation, like how much like because this feels a little bit like a setup. Like just a little bit. 18. Also, someone's echoing, or was a second ago.
Really?
Yeah, I definitely heard a teen. I'm sure I said that.
Oh, I might have been close to my mic when.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I probably was close to my mic and the headset was right there.
You're all good.
I gotta turn it down a little bit. There you go. That'll probably fix it.
Shh. Again, hard to get a read on. He's both relaxed and stiff. He's somehow inhabiting very conflicting spaces, looking stressed but carefree, in control, but
yeah,
you can't. The guy's giving so many conflicting things.
Supplementary question to that. How robust of an adventurer does Roka look? Does he look like he has like a lot of experience under his belt, or does this kind of seem like his first or second rodeo type deal?
There's nothing defining that gives off like any indication of experience. He does, however, have pretty strong legs. There's tan lines, like inconsistent tan lines, on the wrists and like whatever arm part of his body you can see. He does noticeably wear like 3/4 sleeves in Chult weather.
Okay. So he definitely seems like he's trained in some form of armor but isn't wearing it. Like he has a bit of speed. We know he's kind of low on charisma. Yeah. Okay, so cool. Thanks. Just wondering.
Cool. Then he turns back to the group. Soul does. I don't have any more questions for him.
No, I think before we know anything more, we'll have to talk with Commander Porter.
Well, good luck with that.
Well, hopefully we won't say whatever it is that got you slapped.
Me too. Just if you think she's going to scratch her cheek, she isn't. She's about to put your head on backwards.
Right.
Interesting.
Good to know. It's like...
Well, if you need anything, just hang around the vegetable monger, and I'll eventually catch you.
Right.
Is it a fight club, by the way, or is it just like a safe house? I couldn't tell if it was a triangle or a box.
Oh, honestly, very good question, but I think it's a safe house. I
Okay,
haven't.
so just like a good old storeroom, you think?
Um,
Oh, so you haven't been, you just hang. Who made the marks on the wall then? Great.
I
Great.
was trained in Luskin Thieves' Camp, so I don't. That's
Some
it's a
Waterhaven
bit more.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's a bit more arcane up in Luskin, so I don't
Arcane.
know what the.
Yeah, arcane slash phallic. I get it. Cool.
Well, I'm gonna go dip.
Where? Is there a bathhouse here?
Not
The
that dip.
beach. There's literally an ocean, just
Not that
like
kind of dip, Duvaneth.
Okay. All right. Great. I'm very mad about the bathing situation.
Roka will take his leave. And it's at that time you guys can hear the end of dinner bell kind of ring. Not that it ever started, but dinner's probably over, and the sun is officially beginning to set. Not that any of you are in a position to see it.
Right. Because rain and all that good shit.
Should
So
we? I was gonna say, should we go find Shago, see if he'll let us talk to the person? Because didn't he say he had to go eat and then he'll help us?
Did we have to meet back up with Shago?
I thought
He did say he was going to go eat. I feel like it was more like if you had any further questions type deal.
I thought it was after he ate he was gonna help us.
That's a question for Sam, who's talking to him.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker. I'm pretty sure he said, like, after he eats. Or, like, he was going to go. What he said is that he would help us get there, and then he mentioned in, like, a different topic that he was going to go eat. So, we can probably find him at any time to go ask for, like, to set, like, an actual time and date to go talk to Porter. But he's probably eating right now, so that would be a good chance to go find him to ask him when he could introduce us. That's my read on the conversation.
Okay, so I guess we're doing something else then.
Is well, y'all can do whatever. Soul's going to sort of slip away from the group as best he can and go check out that shrine behind the Temple of Helm. See what that's all about.
Was he trying to be sneaky?
You know what? Yeah.
No, I was.
You're not sneaking away from a conversation where two people can clearly see you.
Well, after, like, they go back and, like, chill out or something, like, while they're waiting to, like, figure out what to do next.
We were literally
He's gonna step away
standing
from the
there.
group.
Yeah, you're not, like,
You're right.
they're still looking at you. Like, you're still.
I was under the impression that, like, we were, like, sort of heading back to, like, the place to, like, figure out.
We didn't
like,
say anything. I
'cause-
was just asked a question if we were supposed to go find him. That was it.
Unless you guys, like, specifically state you're moving, I'm assuming you're standing in one place.
Okay.
I mean, I certainly, once the conversation with Roka has broken up, if the dinner bell has sounded, I will certainly make sure I go and feed myself. I'll probably go back to the barracks, sit on my third cot down from the wall where people won't fuck with me, and, like, pick my teeth with an arrow or some weird shit to give people bad vibes about me. So, like, I'm probably done for the day. I don't think I have any further questions. So if Soul wants to slip away, it'd be easy to slip away from me.
Jet will probably just follow and then read, trying to find a bunk near Duvaneth.
Okay. You do manage to find a bunk near Duvaneth, like right next to hers.
Oh, perfect.
Someone
That's
gives you like a pressed look of, like a as they watch Duvaneth with frizzed out wet hair going,
Is the person looking at me or her?
like you with a look of sharp sympathy.
Jet will see this, shrug, and then go to his book, the book he took from the library.
Okay. So the doggo, you find a Temple of Helm, being manned by a very older, salt and peppery Chultan man. There's shrines set up for everybody in the Lords of Lions who lost life in the jungle, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Um, there's a space set out for the Dragon Knights that has all of their medallions. Well, the ones they could recover at least.
Yeah.
And there's a specific note saying that there is a very small, like 5 gold reward for every medallion recovered from the
From the Dragon Knights.
from the
Specifically?
Dragon Knight. I'll give a rundown of the chapters that Jet reads. Duvaneth, nobody messes with you. People give you a very wide berth.
Good.
Shago will eventually touch base with the rest of you guys before like bedtime hits. He can get a meeting with Liari Porcher basically whenever. His influence, i.e., his mommy, it basically means that he can get an audience with Porter day, night, 3 a.m., 3 p.m. So it depends entirely on when the group wants to go see her.
Is it just Soul running this, or is he talking to all of us?
All of you guys, but mostly Duvaneth, actually. Also, he's going, the Shago. So.
Great. Yeah, no, well, guys, what do we...
Soul probably looks a little bit out of it.
What do we think is a good time?
Not 3 a.m.
No, maybe tomorrow morning, afternoon? I don't know if she's a morning person. Do you think she's a morning person?
Is she a morning person?
Yeah, she's a morning person, afternoon and night person too. She's kind of cool.
Is she?
Good to know.
Okay. Duvaneth will then say, and we were also talking. We came here from Port Nyanzaru on some business, and we had some business from Port Nyanzaru that we wanted to discuss with you.
Are you putting out any signals?
No, this is very businesslike. This is very flat.
The Shago understands. The Shago has to ask, is this about Shago's mommy?
Yes, in a way.
Is she okay?
She is. Last we knew, which was of 5 days ago.
Okay. Yeah, the Shago is always open for discussion. You know.
Great. Is there a good quiet place that you think we could meet to talk about it? All of us?
The Shago knows of a few abandoned buildings up on the coast that make for good talk spaces.
Great. That sound terribly ambushy at all.
No,
Perhaps.
but Shago's afraid of embeddling.
Fair. Yes, give us the directions to one of your good talking spots, and perhaps once we're done with Commander Porter, we can find our way there and
No.
talk a bit about what we have to discuss that's not necessarily appropriate for these ears.
Right. Well, you go down. There's the heavy doors. You walk past the heavy doors, and it leads straight to the beach. And then there should be some buildings there. The Shago also recommends a romantic walk on the beach.
Is that part of the directions? Is there other steps after that, or is that?
Depending on how the talking space goes, the Shago was suggesting.
Oh, no, flattered, but no.
He points at Jet.
There we go. Yeah, we like this.
Wait,
Yes, this is good.
wait, what?
The Shago wants to invite you to a romantic walk on the beach after talking space. The Shago's into books too.
Oh shit, that's right, my book's out.
Gotta say it like that.
Oh no, my book's out.
Oh, excuse me. It's in the open. I look at like Devon real quick of like, should I? Like quite like kind of more questioning of like.
I can't believe that just the thought of the group. You get with Volo, and it goes from there.
God damn it! This is Mark saying that, not Jet.
Just behind Shago, like big emotes, like thumbs up. You got this, yeah.
After seeing that, Jet will put on a good smile and go, sure, of course. I think going
We all
on
see that shoulder roll.
You can all go fuck yourselves. I think that going to a beach walk would be fun.
Giovanna sighs. Oh, fucking my god.
Oh god. So like he's out of it, but that just sort of like snaps him back into it. Like,
You motherfuckers.
The Shago looks forward to it. The Shago will put on his best pair of pants.
Awesome. That should be great.
Lean over to Soul. He has pants? I can't believe that.
Go fuck yourselves, you pieces of shit.
I said nothing. I was going to help you out here, but no, you turned to Devoneth instead.
Shut up. I appreciate you putting on your best pants.
It'll be fun taking them off again later.
Fuck you. Any chance you have shirts?
Does the Jet want the Shago to wear a shirt?
No, please don't call me that. Don't ever call me that.
Does
No. Do you?
Jet
Want
the
no.
Shago to wear a
First
shirt?
person. We're not doing this. Do you?
So like,
I would very much appreciate if you had a shirt on as well. After hearing Soul make noises.
The Shago can wear a shirt.
I greatly appreciate it. When is this happening? I don't think I got that yet.
After the
talks outside.
the business meeting.
Okay. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. That should be good. Yeah. I think. Yep. When are we doing this meeting? I'm just starting to get nervous now. He's doing his nervous talks.
Tomorrow
Tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, awesome.
after the talk with Commander Porter.
After the talk with Commander Porter.
No, that's what I was asking when that was.
We're having the talks with Commander Porter in the morning, and then we're going to go
Talk to him?
talk to him later.
Got
After
it.
that.
It makes sense. Sweet. Now I know everything.
You know, when we're heading out to the beach, maybe we should swing by the commissary, see if there's any, like, you know, things we could get. Maybe do, like, a fire, cook some stuff.
The second this motherfucker
chill.
turns to Duvaneth to make the attention of the conversation, Jet's gonna be like,
You're the one.
She-
Oh my god.
She's just gonna look, smile out of the corner of her mouth. No.
I know what Jet is doing. Jet is not good at conversations. And he just figured out other things, so he's trying to be good.
Picnic or lunch at the beach sounds like a wonderful idea.
I hear amazing things about Chult and beach views. Just absolute wonderful.
Oh,
They are
yeah.
beautiful.
Jet doesn't have a knife to throw.
Okay, how uncomfortable does Jet look right now?
Hold on, let me see how good
Oh,
his,
I will also just
deception
flat out
is.
say that as Duvaneth is having this conversation with Shago, she would be like walking him towards the door, business like she's not intending on having him linger here or riffing on the entire situation in front of Jet. She's like trying to get him out.
Oh, okay, so Jet didn't hear any of that. Okay.
Yeah, no, he probably heard it, but she's talking him to the door.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
The Shago is going along pretty well. He honestly seems oblivious right up until, like, he instinctively opens the door for Duvaneth.
She'll be like, take it from him, and then pat him on the back to usher him out.
And the Shago wants to thank you for reaching the Shago to bring him this information.
God damn it, Kate.
The Shago is going to take his leave now.
Was he just realizing that he was outside, or did he hear something?
He just seems confused. Like,
Oh, okay, all right. So
Like-
him getting walked to the door bamboozled him, basically.
yeah.
Got it.
He was asking if he could take his leave.
Right. The Shago also won't get involved in personal business, but the Shago's worried about the tall dragonborn. Keep an eye on him.
Duvaneth will sort of nod to him and say, Lord Shago, you certainly don't need to ask for me to take your leave. And then she'll say, he was already very much under my watchful eye.
The Shago appreciates that someone like you is in audience with his beloved mother. The Shago takes his leave now, as the Shago is afraid of emotional vulnerability, and he, like, just walks off.
And Duvaneth will just sort of like salute very vaguely and be like, same fam. And just close the door.
Same fam.
Same fam. I will follow the advice of the person that handed out the barracks coins and string up a hammock to the best of my ability over my cot.
You can't string it up over your cot. They mentioned, like, outside the barracks.
Oh, okay, yeah, then no. I will lay as much material as possible down on top of my cot to separate myself from its griminess.
There's nothing that's going to remove you from the grime. You are married to the grime.
God damn it.
The grime is you.
Well, as a person who's terrified of commitment, that makes me very upset.
all of you settle in for the night?
Oh, I had one more question about the shrine. The Dragon Knight Shrine.
Fish is available for answers.
Jesus Christ, Fish.
Was Delphinos' coin there? Medallion there?
No.
I figure. Good to know. Soul seems very unsettled and not very happy.
There's a handful of the medallions missing from the shrine.
Yeah. Yes. I'm assuming that obviously his isn't there and neither is Alba's. Is there anyone in particular that, like, this doesn't matter. This is just, is there anyone in particular that he's surprised to see there?
Everyone died.
Yeah.
Except for you and Alba, so no, you aren't surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, alright. Cool. He seems unhappy nonetheless. But Soul would have said a little funeral prayer that he heard Alba say a couple times before. The one that he said for Charles
Religion
James.
check.
Does he have advantage because he loves...
Religion check.
Oh, fine. 21! Ha! Fuck you!
Nice job.
You feel at ease.
He feels a little better, and he returns to the group as he was going to anyways to have this conversation with Shaco.
You guys go to sleep for the night?
Yep.
Between the grime, between the dirt and the sweat, like, building under your clothes, between the admittedly good food that now feels like just heavy in your stomach, the rain that never truly dried off of your skin, the heavy pneumonic breathing of the person fifth hot, the pattering on the roof has stopped being soothing and has quickly become just noise that doesn't leave. None of you get a good night's rest. But you guys do take 600 XP.
Hey!
Hell yeah!
We're at 530. 5,030.
Cool. Tight. Finally.
The rain does not let up. It is still heavy when you guys wake up. Do we want to call that session for... Do we want to call the session now? Or...
I think it's a good place, especially because we're, like, literally the next session, or, like, the two conversations we're having next session are integral to how we're resolving this whole nonsense, so I would very much like Elita to be there. Also,
Agreed.
I really want to know if she can ride horses. I really need to know if she can ride horses.
Yeah.
Alright.
Another Chultan sunset falls, with nobody there to see it, and somewhere in Luskin, a miracle child dies, and the only people who care are his family, and it never leaves Luskin.
The fuck?
That's fucking brutal. I'm pretty sure I know what that means.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Fucking day one of the plague fuckers.
The session.
Oh shit.
Damn. Fuck. And I'm just sitting here being like, God damn it, that fucking produce ship doesn't show up for 8 days, and I'm like running numbers on my abacus.
So
like,
wait, someone died in Luskin and no one knows?
Yeah, a miracle child died in Luskin and is never going to leave Luskin.
Yeah. Fish is suggesting that, like, a kid who wasn't supposed to be born.
Oh,
so, like,
got it.
Maybe
Yeah,
they
like,
died
it's
in
still...
the womb and they popped back up.
Oh, I got it.
What was it that is stillborn? was revived.
Okay,
Is what
okay.
I'm reading it as, but then died like the next day, basically.
Okay. 1 HP. Got it.
Oh, infant children have 1 HP? Good to know.
Jesus.
One kit. They are on par with one kitten.
Jesus. Alright, on that dark note.
I'm about.
Yeah, what a way to leave it.
Oh, so that means our other adventures where they're like half health is like so far in advance right now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, on that note, thanks everybody for stopping by. Little small episode tonight, nothing too big. We do have
We met the Shago, though.
We met the Shago.
The Shago.
The Shago. We have new
Devon
mics
hates
set up.
Shago, but I love him.
Yeah,
He's great.
Jed hates him to fucking hell.
So,
especially
actually
more
doesn't
now.
mind him.
But, yeah.
That was your own fault, though. You agreed. You didn't have to say yes. Which, that's what I was going to say.
Coming to today's session.
Yeah, Sam can yell at me off stream.
After we release the chat, go free.
Be free.
You all have a good night,
fun.
guys. We love you.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
I love you
Love
guys.
you.
Also, thank you, Alias, for showing up.
Yee.
Thank you for whoever showed up to show up. Have a good night, guys.
Thanks for the follows. We appreciate it.